Maryville hockey starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's Friday night. That means it's hockey night here in Chesterfield, site of the Midland Warriors against the Maryville Saints. I'm Todd Panula alongside Corey Madden. This is the St. Louis Science Center pregame show as we prep you for Maryville Saints hockey. Corey, we've got a great matchup for everybody here tonight. One of the top teams in the country in the Midland Warriors going up against a team that so far this season is no slouch themselves, the hometown Maryville Saints. Good records on both sides, undefeated for the Warriors, but 8-2 for the Saints. So they're looking to get to that next step along with the Warriors.
Yeah, I think we're in for some good hockey. So I'm excited. Number one, if you had the top rankings right now, they're probably both top 5 teams right now. They score a lot of goals, not a lot of penalty minutes, so it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, you mentioned some of the statistics between the two teams. Pretty similar overall in terms of goals scored. The big difference so far in the season, and we're only 10 games in for Maryville, 9 games in for Midland, but still the Warriors only allowing 6 goals all season, so they're a tough nut to crack.
Yeah, that's impressive. That's pretty impressive, kind of scary. So hopefully Maryville has the magic tonight and can get some pucks in the back of the net, because 6 goals in 9 games is pretty good.
So the Maryville Saints are going to have to rely on some of their top dogs, so to speak, in terms of players. Let's take a look at some of the players to watch for in terms of who might lead Maryville to a potential victory here this evening. And right there we've got 3 of the top scorers for the Saints this season. Sydney Poisson, 5 goals, 7 assists, 6 goals for Maddie Johnson, 3 goals and 6 assists for Anna Callhammer. And they are a trio of players that are definitely going to be relied upon in terms of trying to get Maryville over the hump, because as of yet in the short program history, they don't have a victory over the Midland Warriors.
Yeah, Maryville's definitely going to be leaning on those 3 players pretty heavily. Like we just said, they've only given up 6 goals, so that's a big challenge tonight. Pretty excited to see some good hockey, and hopefully Maryville can get out of here with the win.
On the other end of the ice, speaking of players that the Saints are going to have to rely on, you always have to rely on your goaltender no matter who the opponent is. Let's take a look at who's in between the pipes for the Saints, as it is going to be Caitlin Cadrain once again, as she has been Mrs. Reliable so far this season after an early season injury to Sawyer Duncan. Caitlin Cadrain has really stepped it up. We see there 9 games played, 2 shutouts, 7 wins, and the statistics speak for themselves, Corey.
Yeah, that's impressive also. So when you can have, when you have your goaltender playing like that, you can match them pretty well. So like I said, this is going to be some entertaining hockey. Hopefully she can keep playing how she's been playing and keep the pucks out of the net.
Well, while we have just a quick moment, let's take a look. Or we won't take a look, but I'll let you know who is the starting lineups for you here tonight. For Maryville, on left wing, it is going to be Sydney Poisson. At center, it will be Maddie Johnson. And on right wing, Sarah Brooks. Guarding the blue line, it is going to be Haley Putnam and Emma Gerwitz, the captain. And as we mentioned, in between the pipes is Caitlin Cadrain. So Coach Tommy Lang really not taking any precautions. He is throwing out some of his best players to start this contest.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think it's a solid plan. Throw your best players out there. I mean, that's how you win, is with your best players. So we'll see what happens.
So what are some of the keys to the game for you here tonight? Because obviously we talked about it a little bit. Goal scoring at a premium. When you're going up against Midland, it's very hard to get the puck in the back of the net. But Maryville does have the offensive firepower to potentially do so. So what do you have to do to try to get things rolling early in this game?
Well, I think you have to play smart defensively first. You can't let them get on the board and get the momentum rolling, because then you don't know how to stop them, right? So I think playing a strong defensive game first is key, and then chipping away and getting some good quality shots. But I think defense is where you start.
So 2 top teams within the country, a conference matchup as well. So conference supremacy is on the line, at least here in the early portion of the season. That'll wrap it up for our St. Louis Science Center pregame show, but don't go too far. Keep it right here on the Maryville Saints Hockey Network. We've got Puck Drop coming up for you in just a bit.
Welcome to Maryville University,
Welcome to Saints Nation.
home of the Big Red M.
So what does it mean to be a Maryville Saint?
It's more than just going to classes.
As Saints, we are passionate about what we believe in.
We are open-minded and curious about other points of view.
And we know this about life at Maryville.
Your best experiences will happen when you get involved.
Make sure to get involved on campus.
We work hard.
But we have a lot of fun too.
We have a passion to see each other succeed.
You might have a few hiccups along the way, or maybe something more serious.
When we run into adversity,
We have faculty and staff here to provide support.
We stand with our fellow Saints through the good times.
And the difficult times.
So be sure to seek out help when you need it.
we know that here at Maryville,
We are never alone.
The spirit of Maryville flows through each person that steps foot on our campus.
Being a Saint is that feeling that Maryville University is your community.
That even when you're far away from home,
You are home.
We're on this journey together.
We are Maryville University.
One team, one family.
There comes a time where it's going to get harder and more difficult, but to never lose that focus of enjoying the game is so important. Leon Draisaitl from Cologne, Germany, Edmonton Oilers. For me, it started early. My dad played, so it ran in the family a little bit, and always wanted to play in the NHL. I'm an offensive guy that likes to generate and create chances and take big pride in the defensive side of things as well. I've got nothing but great things to say about Warrior, and a huge fan of the consistency. Year after year, for me personally, bring out the best product, and it's so simple and easy to work with Warrior. And on top of that, the service is incredible. Always things to learn, always things to grow, always the parts of the game to get better at, but all in all, you have to be a Warrior.
Victory isn't simply won. It takes prep. It takes discipline. It takes practice. You lay the groundwork. You build. But you don't build alone. In the end, victory isn't given. It isn't earned. You don't ask for it. You take it. And you play for keeps.
It's been weeks, at least it's moments of peace. A treat for the freaks, defeating the beast. It's been weeks, at least it's moments of peace. Increase the heat. I wanna watch it burn.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Maryville University Hockey Center here in Chesterfield, Missouri, site of tonight's ACHA and WMCH matchup between the Midland Warriors and your Maryville Saints. I'm Todd Panula alongside Corey Madden, and we'll be bringing you all of tonight's exciting hockey action as the Saints look to pick up their first win in program history over the Midland Warriors on the women's side. Only a couple chances, and most of them have actually happened in the conference tournament. But the Warriors thus far have been successful in knocking off the Saints. We'll see what Tommy Lang and his troop has in store for us here this evening. We talked about the Maryville Saints starting lineup. In goal for the Midland Warriors is going to be Hannah Stone, aptly named as she has been rock solid in between the pipes for the Midland Warriors so far this season and in her career. So the teams are gathered at center ice. The puck is dropped and we are underway with the Saints in possession. Brooks looks to get it into the offensive zone, does, but only briefly as it's back into neutral ice. Brooks brings it back in, and the puck bounces around a couple times. In behind her own net is Shearer. Sends it up the near side wall. Saints with a good job to hold it in. It's actually deflected by the Midland defender onto her own goaltender, but Stone makes the first stop of the game.
Nice, good pace. Nice start from Maryville. Get a nice awkward bounce. It would have been nice to see that one go in.
Good first shift of the game. Saints change up their forward line, keep out the defenders. Gerwitz tries to go down into the corner. San Luis is upended. Callhammer had it slide just past her. Warriors have it on the far side, playing it up through the middle. Skating over towards the far wing is McGuire. She's the leading goal scorer for the Warriors with 11 goals thus far this season. Rutherford blocks the shot as it came through the middle, spins it back towards Callhammer on the near side. She loses control. Bell spun it, and then we got the return pass from the corner. Tried to flip it into the middle, but Rutherford was there. Rutherford and Gerwitz dig in for the Saints. It's a 4-player scrum. Maryville comes out with it. Callhammer gives it up through the middle. St. Louis will dump. Saints are changing, trying to keep the legs fresh and the pace quick. Outlet feed over towards the far side. Richards lost it. Dawson was right there at the blue line. Check that. That was actually Grace Page. Saints get it into the offensive zone, but again, possession a little hard to come by, at least in large numbers. Stretch pass over here towards the near wing. Hayhurst on her off wing. Avoids McGowan initially, then the puck was deflected from the slot over towards the near side corner. Hayhurst tries to stuff it in on the short side. Quick whistle from the referee as the puck was underneath the blocker of Cadrain.
Maryville's been doing a good job of keeping them to the outside and not letting them, get those backdoor shots or slot shots. So good start for Maryville.
1:53 gone in the period. Each team is credited with a shot. Warriors win it. Grothman sees a shooting lane. That one actually troubled Cadrain a little bit, but caught it up against the right thigh, and it settled in between the pads.
Had two kind of bounce awkward shots here in the early going.
Kerwitz tried to find a streaking Sidney Poisson. May result in icing. No, they wave it off due to the speed of the Maryville player. Wrapped back around towards the near wing. Brooks was able to kick it loose. Handed it right back, though, to Grothman. Reversed here towards the near side. Gerwitz taps it down low. One-timer set up for Brooks, and it kind of rolled on her. Didn't get good wood on it, as they used to say. Anymore, it's some sort of composite material, but that one popped up and right into the glove of Stone. We get another stoppage with 17:22 to go. O'Brien settles into the face-off circle for the Saints. They win it. Kelsel taps it in behind the net. Cooper is there, trying to give it off to Iverson, but it was sealed off by the defender. Iverson comes in with the long reach, trying to dig it out. Strong stick, though, coming from Tana Christensen. Saints find a little bit of space, put it right back into the pressure of behind the net. Iverson tried to send it back towards the point. Now O'Brien had it just achingly out of a reach. Dawson is back in her own end. Tries to spin away from the pressure. Played it right back into danger. Chance to put it into the middle, and Grostidier, her pass was intended, I believe, for Poole. She couldn't quite get the shot on goal. Saints now with a little bit of space. Callhammer goes towards the middle. They find her with the pass. She is hauled down. There will be a penalty. Hooking is the call, and the Saints will go to the power play.
That was close. I was hoping he was going to point. What would you take in that scenario, Todd? Would you do the penalty shot or take the 2 minutes?
I go against the grain. I like the the power play.
I agree with you. I would take the 2 minutes. I think you have a better opportunity. I get the excitement behind the penalty shot.
Yeah.
It's just the power play. I would rather take that.
It's a one-on-one battle, and then if you come up short, you always feel empty going back to 5-on-5. Warriors won the draw and send it the length of the ice That'll kill off a good portion of this early power play for the Saints. Maryville comes back in towards the near side corner. Gerwitz got it lost in the skates. Warriors twisted around to the far side. Won't go the length of the ice, but they do clear the zone. Careless cross-ice pass from Iverson was taken on the near wing, and Warriors send it the rest of the way. 40 seconds gone. Rutherford using the speed. Just too much pressure here on the near side as Malone and Hayhurst were in her way. St. Louis with a nice pass through the wickets. Callhammer lost it for a moment. Brooks gets it back. Stick handling through the middle. Pops one over towards St. Louis on the far side. Trickles one in behind for Brooks, and then it finds its way to Rutherford. Cross-ice pass, one-timer. Oh, they had the goaltender down, but the angle just wasn't quite there. Dawson from the point, far circle now. Callhammer has to slap it back down. She is boxed out by Hayhurst and cleared out to center. St. Louis dropped it, intended it for Brooks, but too close to the blue line, so Saints now in a delayed offside position. Maryville close to too many players on the ice. They quickly got Emma Gerwitz back off. Addie Johnson blows a tire, giving it up to Gross-Didier, and then poke checked her. But it's still sent in by Shearer. And that'll just about do it for the first power play of the game, I should say.
Not a terrible power play for Maryville. Definitely something they can build on.
Pass to the far wing was intercepted. Page comes in. Backhand chance is blocked by Gerwitz. Page takes a spill. Argyropoulos goes in on the far side. She's tripped up. No call coming. Warriors flip it around off the window to the near wing. Gerwitz steps up from the blue line, keeping it alive. Rakowski tried to get it away. Saints put it into the mixer. And again, seems like a lot of these passes getting caught up in the skates in the early going. 6.5 played here. Stretching it out. Could be icing. Instead, oh, they do blow it. But they're going to put it at center ice because that was a mistake. Rakowski had a clear stride or two.
Yeah, that was a miss. Can't win them all.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah. I mean, it was a win for Maryville.
And the Saints win the draw, so that's an even bigger miss there. Off the far side wall, Gillings again kind of took a spill. And that's kind of one of the things that you start to notice a little bit of a trend here with whether it's men or women, as this one's deflected out of play. Some of these late night games, doesn't matter how well they Zamboni, the ice just seems to get a little choppier quicker as you've been using it all day.
Yeah, it seems to happen, But that was a good play by McGowan there. Break that up.
McGowan's been a stalwart on the defensive end for the Saints and came close to blocking another one there. Gillings shoveled it into the offensive end, but didn't stay there for long. It's off the body of Rutherford. Gross-Didier comes in with speed, takes a shot back across the green. A little looper right into the belly of Cadrain, and she holds on. .53 to go here in the first period. Off the draw. Warriors won it, but the Saints were able to just tap it out of the zone. Rutherford couldn't clear it over the blue line. Gross-Didier with a shot. And then the rebound chance from a bad angle. Cadrain was in good position in both opportunities. Gerwitz trying to stick in the back pocket of Poole. She put it back through the middle. Saints Got it. Oh, that looked like it was over the blue line. Linesman says no. Doesn't matter. Warriors come right back in on the attack. Tosh backhands one towards the near corner and then joins the fray. So it was just out of the reach of Maxine Mass. Mass goes at it with Gerwitz. The captain of the Saints trying to keep the Warriors at bay. Johnson to Callhammer, filtered over towards St. Louis on the far side, and she dumps it. Was trying to go cross corner. Stone will hang on. So that'll actually benefit the Saints as they were in the midst of a line change, but they'll have an offensive zone face-off.
It's always kind of a little awkward play like that when the goalie catches it. Sometimes you just, should let him go and see what, let the D get it.
Seems like you see that a little more in college hockey where they're more hesitant to try something like that. But I kind of agree with you. Let the play go.
Don't give up an offensive zone face-off or defensive zone face-off.
Right. Saints trying to chip it out from behind the net. Brooks spun it back towards the corner, but again, it just kind of slipped away from the tape. Now the Saints with an opportunity, perhaps. No. Miscue by the Warriors never materialized for Maryville. Dawson in behind her own cage, reverses. Far wing, it's Sidney Poisson. Flops one up towards center, and it's pushed into the zone by O'Brien. Iverson on the forecheck. A little bump into the back of Christensen. Iverson kind of got her stick caught up along the wall. Stone denied the centering pass. Gerwitz keeps it in at the blue line. Tried to go far circle. O'Brien lifted the stick, but just didn't have the positioning to keep Page away. Blocked shot from Bell goes in behind the net. Ricochets out in front, and Gerwitz looks to go in transition. Gillings saw it slip away from her, and now a transition opportunity for Bell. That goes by the wayside. Saints send it off the wall. McGuire flipped one towards goal. That's well wide. Closing in on the halfway mark of the first period. Shot blocked. As Gillings got in front of that one. Hurwitz keeps it away from McGuire. Gruffman will hold the zone. Bouncing puck towards the near circle. Hurwitz to Gillings on the far side, just out of a reach. McGuire is poke checked. Again, McGowan stepping up at the right time.
She's had a great game so far. Her and her partner.
Dawson with a slap shot comes into the near side corner. McGowan pushes it back into the zone. Takes a little bit of a breather as her defensive counterpart has changed. McGowan plays it. Martin's got a piece of it. McGowan answers with a block. Grostidier from the circle. Shot. Stopped by Cadrain. Callhammer will find the loose puck here on the near side. Just out of the reach of Maud St. Louis. McGuire got it over here towards the near wing, and Poole got it up to the blue line. Poke checked as McGowan is trying to get off the ice. No icing here, so the Saints come in on the forecheck. Johnson with a little bit of a steal, leaves it there for Brooks. Back to Johnson on the circle, and then the shot just didn't materialize. 8:30 to go in the period. Lassol bangs it off the far side dashers. Mass from the near wing tips it into the offensive zone as the Warriors come in with speed. Matthews McCulley in front, and that's off the skate of Emma Gerwitz. Matthews McCulley took down Putnam. Saints going the other way. Cooper couldn't quite avoid the poke check. Argyropoulos lost it in the corner as it just kind of floated away from her. Puts it into the mixer. Backhand chance there for Cooper. She has her legs taken out from underneath her. Referee was right there. He's not going to call anything. Warriors go the other way. Rakowski gets it up. Rakowski gets the return pass from Page. Ricochets around. Shot blocked. May have actually gone off one of the Warriors. Grothman's shot. Stick save. Rakowski hits the brakes. Comes back from the corner. Grothman at the half wall. Taps it back into the corner. Blind pass finds nobody on the far side. Shearer in a foot race. Gets there just before Gillings. O'Leary tried to find Gillings at the red line. She just sweeps it in to go out for a change. Intercepted by St. Louis on the clearing pass. Maryville in the midst of a change, though. A little bit of a pick play on Rutherford as it came through the middle of the ice. Now Rutherford going off as she must have had a broken stick. I don't know why she chucked it away.
It was, I think it was helped out of her hands.
I just saw the stick flying through the air. Johnson had it taken away by McGuire. Warriors come in on the far side, and then the shot goes high off the glass. Tallhammer couldn't quite find St. Louis. Poole comes in from the half wall, avoids the little chop from behind. Christensen's shot was blocked. Loose puck towards the far side. Grostidier has it tapped away. Long shot coming, and that's blocked by Johnson. St. Louis once again goes off on a change. Intercepted. Rutherford with a new stick. Putnam back at her own blue line. Couldn't connect to Poisson on the far side. 5:30 to go in the period. Putnam taken down as the collision was won by Mass. Playing a little ping pong here as the puck keeps going back and forth between the teams. O'Brien lost it through the middle of the ice. Mass from the far side half wall steps into the circle, and the shot stopped by Cadrain.
You feel them building them some momentum, but Maryville's doing good, keeping them on the outside, keeping some sticks in the lanes. So while they have a lot of some time of possession, they're not getting quality shots. So Maryville's playing a strong defensive game, which is what I was hoping for.
Shot 7-4 in favor of the Warriors, but to your point, Corey, a lot of them coming from the outside. Rakowski stripped it away from Kelsel, and then the Saints take it right back. They send it down the ice, and an early no icing call. I don't think it had the steam to make it one way or the other. Stripped away by O'Leary. She blows a tire from the corner. It was attempting to get it to Gillings. We see the results here as the Warriors send it down. No icing. Calls go both ways. Brennan taps it towards center. O'Leary filtered it through. It's off a defensive stick. Here's Gillings with a shot. Glove saved by Stone. Wasn't the hardest stop she's had to make all night, but they all count in the end.
Seemed like the puck might have bounced a little bit towards the end right there on that choppy ice.
Yeah, both teams have had a little bit of trouble keeping it flat. Shot from Kelso was blocked, and now the Warriors are off to the races with speed. Back through the middle. Oh, it was off a stick and just wide. They were trying to connect with Bell. Shot from the point is knocked down as Kelso tries to spring the counterattack. Just out of the reach of Iverson, though. McGuire had it go off the body of O'Brien. McGuire from her knees, and then Martin is chopped down. They're going to get a tripping call against Iverson. So now we'll see the Warriors with a player advantage.
It's going to be a test. They can kill these next 2 minutes, be a big mini win or battle within the war,
Face-off win is paramount. Can't allow the Warriors to get set up. Rakowski wins the draw. Flanagan sets up. Far side it goes. Flanagan on the near side circle. Shearer is back at the point. Grostidier from the corner. Flanagan. Shearer wanted to take the shot. Did. Brooks was right in the shooting lane, and a quick clearance by the Saints. Shearer comes up, unchallenged along the wing. Again, there was just a little bit of a pick there through the neutral zone, but
Yeah, just a subtle pick.
Grostidier from the far point. That was knocked away. McGuire trying to chase it down. She'll get to it. Flanagan calling for it here on the near side. Straight away, Shearer. Flanagan again. Down low it goes. Grostidier, whose pass was blocked, and then Cadrain stopped it on the doorstep. Net is dislodged. The puck was going to be blown dead one way or the other, but 61 seconds left in the power play, 2:50 left in the period.
That was a great save. That was a must save right there in that situation. And then to keep it out, you know, that's a lot of core strength.
Yeah, how often do you see it right there where there's just a little tap and it somehow squeaks through the goaltender, and it's a little bit demoralizing for some teams. Hayhurst from the near circle, poke checked, and then Brennan slaps it away. All the way back is Katie McNair. Almost a steal for Maryville as Gillings was on the forecheck, trying to get back to her feet. Thought for a moment that she might have lost a skate blade, but she's all right. Fanning on the shot, wraparound attempt, and a diving play made. Cadrain might have been there, but so was Putnam. They put it into the mixer again, and then another whiff on the shot. Cadrain kicks it away. The puck is over on the far boards. Brennan trying to clear it out. They will get it over the blue line, just barely. And then a bad pass during a change will allow the Saints to change as well as the puck goes the length of the ice. Iverson about to come out of the box. Flanagan on the off wing. Gallops around, reverses, hands it off. Another spin and stop attempt, and Cadrain solid along the post. Through the slot, nobody there except for Maryville players. Sidney Poisson comes in from the right wing, and Shearer with low body strength pushes her off. .120 to go in the first. A lot of good chances on that power play for the Warriors, but the score line remains the same.
Yeah, the goaltender, that was an amazing save.
Kelsel dueling with McGuire. St. Louis put it into the offensive zone, but again, nobody there. As Maryville struggling to go from the neutral zone onto the attack in the last handful of minutes. Henderson bothered by Callhammer. Hayhurst tried to hand it off, almost a miscue there. Rutherford came in, just shy of getting an interception. Now there's space out in front. Over on the far side, it's Page. Puts it into the middle, oh, and it's ramped over the goal. Hayhurst had the stick in the right place, but it just exploded off the tape. 13 seconds left. Grostidier was looking for a centering pass. McNair is there as well, but the Saints doing a good job to tie it up along the wall. 3 seconds left in the first. Callhammer clears, and that'll do it. 20 minutes are in the books. And we've got a scoreless game. Pressure was mounting for the Saints late in the period on that Midland power play, but neither team manages to hit the back of the net in the first period. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about it in the Lou Fuse intermission report. This is Maryville Saints hockey.
College hockey. It's more than just what school you play for. More than just another sweater you pull on. It's about focus, determination, strategy, and poise. It's more than just packed rinks and screaming fans. It's about heart, skill, and passion. In nearly 30 years of the ACHA, we don't just play the game of hockey. We are the game of hockey. Hundreds of elite players and coaches from some of the United States and Canada's most prestigious programs. The American Collegiate Hockey Association. More than just a game.
This is the letter I've been telling you about.
This letter is for you. From what I hear, you're supposed to be the next Tom Brady. What I'm about to say is important. Never let them call you the next Tom Brady. When they compare you to the GOATs, tune it out. When they say you're a 6th round draft pick, store it away. Compare yourself to nobody but the kid in the mirror. The one who goes all in, all out, and has the crazy confidence to know that who you are today is just a piece of who you're going to become. This letter's for that you, the one no one will see coming. Sincerely, Tom.
About your dreams, man.
What you want, Lou Fuse has got it.
For the past 70 years, Lou Fuse has called St. Louis home, growing our dealership and community family, delivering the best experience.
L-O-U-F-U-S-Z, where we'll treat you right, you'll see. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, get the respect that you need.
With 17 brands, 12 dealerships, thousands of new, certified pre-owned, used, and motorsport vehicles, and millions of happy customers, Lou Fuse is here for you. Year after year, Lou Fuse has been proud to support youth athletics, honored to give back to community charities, and happy to deliver the respect and customer service you deserve.
L-O-U-F-U-S-Z, treat you right for 70. L-O-U-F-U-S-Z, it's our anniversary.
Come celebrate our 70th anniversary with us, with anniversary savings and specials all year long. And everyone gets the Fuse Family Promise, including warranties on new and Fuse certified vehicles, a money-back guarantee, and exchange policy.
L-O-U-F-U-S-Z, where we treat you right, you'll see.
Hello everyone, I hope you've had a great summer. As the school year gets started across the country, we're excited to also welcome you back to another great season of hockey. Thanks for being a part of the USA Hockey family. I want you to know that our volunteers and our staff work every single day as hard as they can to make sure hockey is the best sports experience in every community in our country. Within USA Hockey, you're part of an organization that's a world leader in development, safety, fun, and success, and one that is committed to fostering a welcoming environment for all by building a diverse, equitable, and inclusive game. Hockey is played in thousands of communities across our entire country. Please join me in keeping the momentum going by inviting at least one new person to get involved with hockey this year. It doesn't matter if it's someone who wants to play, coach, officiate, volunteer, or just be a fan. We're excited about sharing the joy our sport brings with as many people as possible. I would also like to offer a friendly reminder to make sure that respect is top of mind every time you enter the rink or take to the ice for a game or practice this season. That includes making sure that we never use hateful or discriminatory language, as it has absolutely no place in our game or in our society. It's on all of us to make sure that we respect the game, including playing within the rules, treating officials with respect, giving our best, and being a good teammate. In the end, hockey is about fun, so let's make sure we never lose sight of that. Here's to a great season ahead, one filled with friendship, respect, success, and most of all, plenty of smiles.
And welcome back to the Maryville University Hockey Center. Scoreless after 20 minutes of play as we are here in the Lou Fuse intermission report. Well, Corey, we kind of talked about it off air. Despite the fact that it's scoreless, relatively a pretty good period for Maryville. They did get outshot, but they withstood a Midland power play as well. Overall, a pretty good 20 minutes of hockey.
Yeah, I don't think you can ask for much more from Maryville there. They killed the power play. Midland got some momentum in there, and Maryville was able to stay on their game and keep the pucks to the outside and keep the sticks in the lane. So I think that's a good quality period of hockey. And other than getting a goal, I don't think you can ask for much more. They kept them off the board, and you know, Midland's a good team. So
now they did have 11 shots to 5 in favor of the Warriors, but again, kind of to the point we just made. Several of those, I'd say a good 4 of those at least, came on the power play attack. So if you manage to keep it 5-on-5 for the entire 20 minutes, the shot disparity really isn't going to be there.
Yeah, and you know, both their quality chances came on that power play. If you take away that power play, Maryville didn't give up, you know, any bad shots other than that first one. I think what bounced a little bit, but Maryville played solid. So, you know, in the second, maybe we'll see them. Maybe we'll see them stretch the legs a little bit and try to go for some offense, but you got to be careful because, you know, this team scores 5.5, goals a game. So Maryville's got to focus on D too.
Well, one of their best defenders isn't necessarily a defender, but in between the pipes, Caitlin could drain 11 saves in that first period. Sometimes you need your goaltender to be one of your best players, especially if you have to kill off a big power play like that.
Yeah, and having one of your best players as your goaltender coming up a team like this that's a lucky. That's a good thing to have when you have 2 good goaltenders on the roster like Maryville does.
Well, we'll see if one of these teams can break the deadlock coming up in the second period, but that'll wrap it up for our first intermission report. Keep it right here on the Maryville Saints Hockey Network. We'll have second frame action coming up in just a bit.
St. Louis has a great history of sports.
We love our baseball.
Baseball is nuts. It's crazy here.
When we go back to St. Louis, we got to see the Cardinals play or the Blues.
St. Louis has such a rich history of soccer. This city is ready for an MLS team. It's really such a sports city, and you have to just experience the environment.
That's what makes St. Louis such a special place.
It's going to get harder and more difficult, but to never lose that focus of enjoying the game is so important. Leon Draisaitl from Cologne, Germany, Edmonton Oilers. For me, it started early. My dad played, so it ran in me a little bit, and always wanted to play in the NHL. I'm an offensive guy that likes to generate and create chances and take big pride in the defensive side of things as well. I've got nothing but great things to say about Warrior, and a huge fan of the consistency. Year after year, for me personally, bring out the best product, and it's so simple and easy to work with Warrior. And on top of that, the service is incredible. Always things to learn, always things to grow, always the parts of the game to get better at, but all in all, you have to be a Warrior.
Unforgettable moments can happen anytime, anywhere. When we sit down and have a meal, the simplest joys turn into magic. All it takes is good company, great food, and a nice cold Coca-Cola. That's a recipe for magic.
To get more out of your engine,
Demand more from what you put into it. Go the distance with Schaefer Racing. Supreme 7000 Synthetic Plus Racing Oil. Penetro 90. Molly Ultra Grease. Schaefer, the choice of home track heroes.
What you want, Lou Fuse has got it.
For the past 70 years, Lou Fuse has called St. Louis home, growing our dealership and community family, delivering the best experience.
Loufusc, where we treat you right, you'll see. RESPECT, get the respect that you need.
With 17 brands, 12 dealerships, thousands of new, certified pre-owned, used and motorsport vehicles, and millions of happy customers, Lou Fuse is here for you. Year after year, Lou Fuse has been proud to support youth athletics, honored to give back to community charities, and happy to deliver the respect and customer service you deserve.
LOUFUSC, treat you right for 70. LOUFUSC, it's our anniversary.
Come celebrate our 70th anniversary with us, with anniversary savings and specials all year long. And everyone gets the Fuse Family Promise, including warranties on new and Fuse certified vehicles, a money-back guarantee, and exchange policy.
LOUFUSC, where we treat you right, you'll see.
Hello everyone, I hope you've had a great summer. As the school year gets started across the country, we're excited to also welcome you back to another great season of hockey. Thanks for being a part of the USA Hockey family. I want you to know that our volunteers and our staff work every single day as hard as they can to make sure hockey is the best sports experience in every community in our country. Within USA Hockey, you're part of an organization that's a world leader in development, safety, fun, and success, and one that is committed to fostering a welcoming environment for all by building a diverse, equitable, and inclusive game. Hockey is played in thousands of communities across our entire country. Please join me in keeping the momentum going by inviting at least one new person to get involved with hockey this year. It doesn't matter if it's someone who wants to play, coach, officiate, volunteer, or just be a fan. We're excited about sharing the joy our sport brings with as many people as possible. I would also like to offer a friendly reminder to make sure that respect is top of mind every time you enter the rink or take to the ice for a game or practice this season. That includes making sure that we never use hateful or discriminatory language, as it has absolutely no place in our game or in our society. It's on all of us to make sure that we respect the game, including playing within the rules, treating officials with respect, giving our best, and being a good teammate. In the end, hockey is about fun, so let's make sure we never lose sight of that. Here's to a great season ahead, one filled with friendship, respect, success, and most of all, plenty of smiles.
St. Louis has a great history of sports.
We love our baseball.
Baseball is nuts. It's crazy here.
When we go back to St. Louis, we got to see the Cardinals play or the Blues.
St. Louis has such a rich history of soccer. This city is ready for an MLS team. It's really such a sports city, and you have to just experience the environment.
That's what makes St. Louis such a special place.
Where it's going to get harder and more difficult, but to never lose that focus of enjoying the game is so important. Leon Draisaitl from Cologne, Germany, Edmonton Oilers. For me, it started early. My dad played, so it ran in the family a little bit, and always wanted to play in the NHL. I'm an offensive guy that likes to generate and create chances and take big pride in the defensive side of things as well. I've got nothing but great things to say about Warrior, and a huge fan of the consistency year after year for me personally, bring out the best product, and it's so
And welcome back as we are just about set for second period action between the Warriors and the Saints. Teams have swapped sides. Maryville will be going right to left. We're underway here in the middle frame. Saints once again take possession off the opening draw. Brooks flops one in. It rolls around from the corner. And then she seals it off along the boards as well on the clearing attempt. McGuire trying to slip it up the boards and is able to just barely get it past Johnson. Gerwitz stepped up, got a piece of the puck. Brooke finds it right in the middle of the rink. Sidesteps Shearer, finds a player in front. Oh, and Stone makes a save on Poisson. And she couldn't quite get that puck scooped up any higher.
Yeah, kind of ran out of space there, but great opportunity for Maryville. Got a little bit of help there in the neutral zone by the ref.
You take whatever help you can get in these tight games.
Yes, you can. Yes, you will.
McGowan chops at it, gloves it down. Trying to kick at it as well. Anything to keep it in the zone. Now a 2-on-1 the other way. McGuire comes in. She'll take the shot. Blocked by Dawson. Flanagan from the side of the net. Callhammer intercepts as it was going back towards the blue line. Christensen tries to push it back in on the attack. Bell to Flanagan from the half wall. Poke check by the back checking Rutherford. Up the near side wall for St. Louis. She plays it off the dashers, and here's Rutherford coming in. Callhammer's in the middle, now in tow. Callhammer from the circle, and that one just trickles in on net. Stone will cover. Good jump here in the first minute and change for the Saints, though.
Yeah, solid start to the period.
Hayhurst won the draw. Puck sent over towards the far boards. Tapped out of the zone by Rakowski. Brennan spins it right back in, but Shera says, I'll take that. Tip puck through the neutral zone, so no icing. As Gillings got a stick onto it. Saints cleared. This could be an icing the other way. No, they're going to wave that off as well. Gillings blows a tire. Kelsel had it roll away from her. Shearer flips it off of Hayhurst, so that avoids another icing call. Saints trying to catch the Warriors in a line change, but Gillings ran out of space. And they're going to say she didn't get a touch onto that puck, so now we do have an icing call with 17:56 to go in the period.
She gave it a try. She tried to go to the bench, tried to sell it.
Got to be more demonstrative as you're going off. Like, oh, I touched that puck. Trying to go for the shot pass. That missed everybody. Mass comes up with it in the far side corner. Gerwitz, good footwork to stick right on her. She fires it down the ice. And that's a little bit of a generous icing call, as it seemed like there were a couple Warriors that could have touched that puck.
Well, here we are.
Got to deal with reality.
Yep.
Riley Martin will go against Brennan in the face-off circle. Saints come up with it. Gerwitz off the boards. O'Leary from the blue line. Gets up towards the red line, and this time they do wave it off. It seemed like she was on the wrong side, but favors the Warriors there. As Gus Didier comes in, and her shot went off of the shin pad, I believe, of McGowan and goes out of play.
And Maryville, again, doing a good job getting in the lanes, blocking shots. It was an excellent block shot on the 2-on-1.
Dawson tried to clear. Warriors got in the way. Martin with the block. Cooper comes up the near wing. Got Iverson streaking through the middle. Cooper puts it to herself in the corner. Wraparound attempt, slipped away. And she lost it along the half wall. Good step up, at least for now, from McGowan, but the Saints cannot hold. Martin comes in, wrist shot high. That challenge could drain. I believe it was always going high, but she still kind of struggled with it. McGowan reverses, unfortunately for her. McGuire was right there. A bad angle chance, goes up high on Cadrain, and she holds on to this one.
We got another good, nice save right there. I've been watching. She does the angles really well. She comes out and challenges and plays her angles really well, too.
Warriors win the draw. Flanagan plays it back. Gruthman sends it on around from the near side half wall. Shearer came up. McGuire's got it in behind the net. Put it into the mixer. Nobody home. From her knees, Gruthman keeps it in, at least for the moment. Saints send it back out into the neutral zone. Now an odd man rush. Flanagan tried to find McGuire, and the pass was too high. Oh, that one went on goal. A weird puck over from the far wall. Cadrain had to be quick to get that pad sealed.
Hopefully Maryville can get something started here.
Saints had a good first handful of shifts. Momentum has gone back the other way, but here's St. Louis from the circle, avoids the stick, and then lost the puck towards the side of the goal, just ran out of space. Regains it, Rutherford. Had it tapped away as McNair came in to make a play. McNair with St. Louis right in her back pocket. This one will go the length of the ice. If it crosses all the lines, it should be an icing call, and it will be. 15-18 left in the second period. Saints going to put the face-off over on the far circle.
You know, the Warriors do a pretty good job of subtly playing the body with, you know, when they don't have the puck. Those little subtle little pick plays, they're pretty good at it.
Those kind of things add up over the course of a game. If nothing else, builds the frustration in your opponent. Dawson lost her stick and then caught a mitt to the chops as well. Not intentional, but on that follow through. Hayhurst caught her up high a little bit. Gruthman flips one in as it trickles around. Saints a little discombobulated here as they try to get back and set up in their own zone. A little bit of a bouncer in on that. Cadrain covers. We get another stoppage with 14:36.
Maryville's had a tough time trying to get it out of their zone. The last one, they did that stretch pass. It didn't work. That's 2 times it hasn't worked well. Maybe they should change it up a little bit, see what happens.
You're more than welcome to go down to the bench and tell them what they need to do.
I don't think they can afford me.
This one's in on net, covered up by Stone.
Nah, I just think it was a little bit of getting on your toes a little bit, getting a little antsy and trying to make that extra stretch pass. That's all. Nothing crazy.
Loose along the far boards. O'Brien is able to strip it away, but again, it's difficult to find any space. And that's been the case for both teams, really. A lot of the shots coming from the outside. We've had a few pucks go into the mixer, looking for some lucky bounces. It hasn't gone either team's way just yet. Argyropoulos almost got rear-ended, but got the puck away. Warriors come back the other way. Poole dumps it in. Gerwitz trying to get there. Wasn't able to keep it away from Martin. Now Putnam from the near side, up the wall for Cooper, out of her reach. Cooper plays it off the boards, got it past the defenseman, but then she was held a little bit. Here's Argyropoulos to the forehand, and then the shot had some steam taken out. Christensen with a block. Russ Didier from the far side puts it back onto the forehand, and then her shot was blocked as Dawson got a piece of it. Brooks had a stick come in from behind. No tripping call available, though. And then an odd deflection over from the far wing. Seems like both teams right now going into a little bit of energy conservation. And to make sure they get off on the changes. McGuire goes glove to stick. She's looking around, wondering why there's no penalty coming on that as well, but the referee has been relatively consistent. Whether you agree with him or not is a different matter. Dawson with the shot block, and then on the clearing attempt, it goes off a Warriors stick and out of play.
Yeah, like you said, both teams have had issues getting the puck to the slot. We've had a couple shots here and there, but good defensive game so far.
Through the neutral zone, far side, it's Ditto. Saints get it over the blue line, not under control, and then St. Louis tried to reach out for it, but it was just too far away, and Stone covers up. Warriors come up through the middle. Hayhurst taps it off the wall and then gets it back from Page. Saints have it over on the far wing. Kelsel tries to drag it through the blue line. And again, the linesman seems to be in the way a little bit.
Seems to be his favorite spot right there.
Right in front of the benches, yeah. Here's Page from the near side. Gerwitz steps up for the Saints. Taps it back around. Henderson to Page. Warriors playing a little bit of keep away here. Gerwitz will go back and collect in her own zone. Outlet feed was thwarted as the stick came in from Bryn Tosh. Brennan stepped over. Saints almost gave it away. Slap shot from Grothman is turned away by a defender. Tied up along the end wall. Closing in on the halfway point of the game. Played 9 minutes and change here in the second period. And that's an icing call against the Saints with 10:48 to go here in the second.
Saints are playing a great game, you know. Seem to be just can't get the puck out here and there, but when they do, they're getting chances.
Shots are 14-9. Maryville actually out shooting the Warriors thus far in the second period. Although it feels like the Warriors have spent more time in the offensive zone. O'Leary trying to scrape it off the wall. Warriors get a long shot again from the perimeter, and Cadrain just covers.
Take those shots all day. get a nice line change. And solid win, a breakout, and a goal. I'm calling it. That's what's going to happen.
You heard it here first, folks.
I'm going to say it's going to be Maddie. Here we go. Well,
still got the breakout opportunity, not the face-off win. And here comes Brooks with Poisson in the middle. Brooks from the circle, shot through everything. I think if that was a little bit lower and towards the pad, that would have been a good rebound opportunity for Poisson. Now back the other way. Cadrine with a big save. Put back out in front. It hops over Grosdidier's stick. The shot from the outside of the slot by Grossman went wide. Now the Saints trying to catch their breath a little bit as there was a little bit of a lump in the throat on some of those chances. None of them really hit the target. Cadrain did make a couple saves. The shot total's now up to 16. Kelsel just lobs one in. So their teammates go in on the forecheck. Iverson sealed it off. Cooper has control of it from the point. Gerwitz puts it in behind the net. Cooper trying to get to it here on the near wing. Kelsel steps up from the blue line as well. O'Brien and Cooper. Now Cooper is upended. Referee says play on. Much to the chagrin of the Maryville faithful. O'Brien makes a steal. Puck bouncing around. Glove save, and they score!
so you don't get the call, but you get a goal.
Olivia O'Brien, the first through the celebration line. We'll see who they give official credit to the goal for, but it looks like it was either her or Cooper. Both of them were there on the doorstep. And somebody was able to just barely chop it up and over the goaltender.
Yeah, it's a great goal by Maryville. Hopefully they can withstand this challenge that, Midland's going to come out strong.
So the Saints strike first here in the second period. The goal came at exactly 11 minutes played in the second. So O'Brien gets credit for the goal. And Cooper on the assist. And the net is dislodged on the back post from our broadcast position anyway. So
I think she's going to get a interference call.
So Morgan McGowan will spend the next 2 minutes in the sin bin. Warriors fans hoping it's a little bit less if they can find the equalizer on the power play. And that's kind of one of those ill-timed penalties. You never like a penalty in general, but you lose one of your better defensemen. McGowan has played a very solid game blocking shots. And it's relatively quick after you get the goal. But we get a quick clearance here by the Saints.
Yeah, that first shift right after a goal is always a scary one.
Warriors thread the needle as Grosdidier comes in, drops it for McGuire. Whether she intended to or not is a question. One-timer in front, and that one didn't go. Rakowski was there on the doorstep. Here's McGuire, excuse me. She gets it back from Grosdidier. Far side it goes. Shearer straight away. Flanagan from the circle. A lot of sticks and legs in the way, and that puck still managed to get circle to circle. 7:35 to go in the period. McGuire drops it off to Shearer. She'll take a long shot. Rakowski actually blocked that. Then a chance from the far circle is denied. Cadrain got a piece of it. Shearer from the point, walks the line a couple strides, gives it off. McGuire through the mixer. They were looking for Martin, who was fresh off the bench. Near side circle, McGuire's shot misses everything. Flanagan to McGuire. The shot was blocked. Martin from behind the goal. Flanagan, shot taken by McNair. Saints get a piece of it, and they will clear. Much needed breather for that penalty killing unit. Page comes back in quickly, and then a big block by Kelsel on the pass into the middle. Back to 5-on-5. St. Louis was hoping for an outlet pass after she was off the bench. Callhammer guides it out to center, but no further. Coming back the other way is Poole. She misses on the glove side. Kelsel sends it up into the neutral zone. Right back in. Delayed offside allows the Saints to pick up control. Callhammer stretches it out. That misses everybody in white. Rothman gives it right back to St. Louis. Dawson, quick one-time pass to Callhammer. Threads the needle to the far side. St. Louis gathers. Slows it up just a bit, looking for support. Callhammer almost picked the pocket of Grothman. Now Gerwitz blows a tire. They're looking through the middle, and a good disruption on the pass again. End-to-end action. Johnson has it filtered through, and then she loses her stick. LaSalle tried to put it into the middle. Brooks was there. She ends up with it behind the net. Back over to the far side now for Brennan. Brooks for Poisson. Tried to kind of sniff that one in with the backhand. It wasn't quite on. .5:05 left to go here in the period. Saints lead on an Olivia O'Brien goal. Maryville's going to ice this one unless O'Leary catches up to it, and they will wave it off. He was able to outrace Henderson. Gillings giving the business to Ditto. Dawson from the far corner. Shuffleboards it along. O'Leary tried the same. Wasn't quite as successful. Gillings through the middle. Here's O'Leary. Stick handles past one defender. Back through the high slot. And just ran out of room. McGowan quickly off the boards. O'Leary taps it into the corner. Goes off for a change. Mass from the near side corner. Up to the blue line. Martin taps it around. Kicked into the zone, and that's offside, not under possession, so the Saints will get it. Gillings lost it to Grothman, regained it. Iverson taps it off the wall, looking to get to it herself. Shearer, again, just enough to steer her away. Argyropoulos takes down Grothman, and the referee has put his arm up in the air. Saints are going to be serving another penalty. Ross Didier drops it off. Grothman with a slapper. The rebound chance. Score! That might be one that Cadrain would like to have back. She saw the initial shot all the way, and it just kind of snuck away from her. And Ross Didier was right there on the doorstep. We've got a tie game.
Yeah, she's been playing outstanding. That was just a unlucky bounce, found the back of the net. But that was just an unlucky bounce. Sometimes it happens. And then those mistakes that you're gonna when those mistakes happen, they're gonna pay with a good team like Midland here.
I believe the question now is whether or not Saints will still have to serve the penalty. I know in the Division I men's, even if you score on the delayed call, you still have to serve the penalty, and it does look like Argyropoulos will go into the box. So that's a double whammy there for Maryville.
Midland's coach is heated over there.
We've got a tie game. Tripping is the call against Argyropoulos. And I see what the referee saw, but given what they've let go in the contest, it just kind of feels like it was a little bit of a soft call, but scoreboard is yet to show the Midland goal. So they didn't score. They're calling that initial save, and now they have an opportunity. Now they've put it in. It is on the power play. So we misspoke. It doesn't matter now, but the goal for Midland did not count because they counted the save as possession.
Oh, yeah.
And
Okay.
blew it down.
Yeah, makes
but
sense.
then the Warriors turn around and they do score on a rebound opportunity.
Well, that's unfortunate. That's an unfortunate chain of events right there.
Well, now they've put 2 goals.
Okay, so
board side.
What is what is happening?
Apparently there's a 2-goal play. Okay, no, so they were delayed in getting that goal on the board that made it 1-1. Now it's 2-1.
I don't know anymore, Todd. I'm just here.
Fire everybody down in between the benches. So the Grostidier goal did count. And then I believe Rakowski scored on the power play. Try to be professional here. I mean, make us look like silly people.
Yeah, right?
I'm sitting here trying to figure everything out, and it's like, oh, I came up with an excellent solution, and then all of a sudden there's 2 on the board. 2:25 to go as the Saints now trail by 1. McGowan's shot was blocked, and then she got another opportunity from straight away, but shot it right into the middle of the goal, and there's usually a goalie right there.
Most of the time, yes. Yeah, well, it's an unfortunate last couple of minutes for Maryville there.
Especially after that first penalty kill. They looked like they kind of grabbed a little bit of momentum. Now Grostidier, a shot, the save by Cadrain as she managed to get over to the near post. Gerwitz was laying on top of McGuire. Now there's a fracas to the side of the net.
That sounded like the whistle blew to me.
Warriors were celebrating. I don't think they're going to get credit for it, though.
We've said that before.
Jason White, the coach for the Warriors, rather demonstrative. He expected that one to go in, but I don't think he had too much of a case. Even if you say that the whistle was late, there was obviously the intent to call that one down. 1:40 to go here in the period, but the Warriors definitely mounting some pressure here. They're starting to feel it.
And if it was the other way, we would be a little sour as well.
Anytime you see that puck cross the goal line, you think it should have counted.
Yes, especially if it's your team.
1:20 to go here in the period as it's just kind of stuck along the near side wall. Nobody wants to dig it out. Referee just content to allow time to tick away. Grostidier, who had the tying goal, has it taken away. Poisson with a little bit of a bouncer. Stone well positioned.
Other than that hiccup, though, Maryville's playing a solid game. Down 2-1 close to the end of the second. I don't think you can ask for really anything else.
You could ask for that one goal lead.
Yeah, well, yeah. You know.
Under a minute to go here in the period. Flanagan goes up through the middle, out of the reach of McGuire. O'Leary comes back the other way as we've got an Irish fest here in the neutral zone.
See what you did there.
Here's Flanagan as it continues. Shearer, McGuire over in the far side. Shearer's kind of iffy. I don't know about that one. Into the zone now, though, for Tosh.
I'll give it to you.
Gillings comes back the other way. Tosh with the interception. Rutherford kind of got caught up with Tosh. Tosh took the worst of it. Somebody's lost their glove and a stick. I believe that's a Maryville glove. Or maybe not. Doesn't matter. The intermission is upon us. And after what was kind of a slow and methodical start to the second period, it exploded here in the last 5 minutes. And all of a sudden we got 3 quick goals. Unfortunately for Saints fans, the lead swung back the other way, and it is 2-1 in favor of Midland. We'll take a break, but don't go anywhere. We've got third period action coming up right here on the Maryville Saints Hockey Network.
Welcome to Maryville University,
Welcome to Saints Nation.
home of the Big Red M.
So what does it mean to be a Maryville Saint?
It's more than just going to classes.
As Saints, we are passionate about what we believe in.
We are open-minded and curious about other points of view.
And we know this about life at Maryville.
Your best experiences will happen when you get involved.
Make sure to get involved on campus.
We work hard.
But we have a lot of fun too.
We have a passion to see each other succeed.
You might have a few hiccups along the way.
Or maybe something more serious.
When we run into adversity,
We have faculty and staff here to provide support.
We stand with our fellow Saints through the good times.
And the difficult times.
So be sure to seek out help when you need it.
we know that here at Maryville,
We are never alone.
The spirit of Maryville flows through each person that steps foot on our campus.
Being a Saint is that feeling that Maryville University is your community.
That even when you're far away from home,
You are home.
We're on this journey together.
We are Maryville University.
One team, one family.
There comes a time where it's going to get harder and more difficult, but to never lose that focus of enjoying the game is so important. Leon Draisaitl from Cologne, Germany, Edmonton Oilers. For me, it started early. My dad played, so it ran in the family a little bit, and always wanted to play in the NHL. I'm an offensive guy that likes to generate and create chances and take big pride in the defensive side of things as well. I've got nothing but great things to say about Warrior, and a huge fan of the consistency. Year after year, for me personally, bring out the best product, and it's so simple and easy to work with Warrior. And on top of that, the service is incredible. Always things to learn, always things to grow, always the parts of the game to get better at, but all in all, you have to be a Warrior.
There's a whole lot of wonder in the little word, why. It's uncovering how things work, what things are. Why is endless. why is ageless, and it's for everyone to explore. At the St. Louis Science Center, the wonder of why is why we exist. We create it inside our building and in our community. Why is where wonder begins, and the St. Louis Science Center brings it to life. Come visit.
Unforgettable moments can happen anytime, anywhere. When we sit down and have a meal, the simplest joys turn into magic. All it takes is good company, great food, and a nice cold Coca-Cola. That's a recipe for magic.
Welcome to Maryville University.
Welcome to Saints Nation,
home of the Big Red M.
So what does it mean to be a Maryville Saint?
It's more than just going to classes.
As Saints, we are passionate about what we believe in.
We are open-minded and curious about other points of view.
And we know this about life at Maryville.
Your best experiences will happen when you get involved.
Make sure to get involved on campus.
We work hard,
but we have a lot of fun too.
We have a passion to see each other succeed.
You might have a few hiccups along the way,
or maybe something more serious. When we run into adversity, we have faculty and staff here to provide support.
We stand with our fellow Saints through the good times
and the difficult times.
So be sure to seek out help when you need it.
We know that here at Maryville,
we are never alone.
The spirit of Maryville flows through each person that steps foot on our campus.
Being a Saint is that feeling that Maryville University is your community.
That even when you're far away from home,
you are home.
We're on this journey together.
We are Maryville University.
One team, one family.
Comes a time where it's going to get harder and more difficult, but to never lose that focus of enjoying the game is so important. Leon Draisaitl from Cologne, Germany, Edmonton Oilers. For me, it started early. My dad played, so it ran in the family a little bit, and always wanted to play in the NHL. I'm an offensive guy that likes to generate and create chances and take big pride in the defensive side of things as well. I've got nothing but great things to say about Warrior, and a huge fan of the consistency. Year after year, for me personally, bring out the best product, and it's so simple and easy to work with Warrior. And on top of that, the service is incredible. Always things to learn, always things to grow, always parts of the game to get better at, but all in all, you have to be a Warrior.
There's a whole lot of wonder in the little word why. It's uncovering how things work, what things are. Why is endless. Why is ageless, and it's for everyone to explore. At the St. Louis Science Center, the wonder of why is why we exist. We create it inside our building and in our community. Why is where wonder begins, and the St. Louis Science Center brings it to life. Come visit.
Unforgettable moments can happen anytime, anywhere. When we sit down and have a meal, the simplest joys turn into magic. All it takes is good company, great food, and a nice cold Coca-Cola. That's a recipe for magic.
Welcome to Maryville University.
Welcome to Saints Nation.
Home of the Big Red M.
So what does it mean to be a Maryville Saint?
It's more than just going to classes.
As Saints, we are passionate about what we believe in.
We are open-minded and curious about other points of view.
And we know this about life at Maryville.
Your best experiences will happen when you get involved.
Make sure to get involved on campus.
We work hard.
But we have a lot of fun too.
We have a passion to see each other succeed.
You might have a few hiccups along the way.
Or maybe something more serious.
When we run into adversity,
We have faculty and staff here to provide support.
We stand with our fellow Saints through the good times
and the difficult times.
So be sure to seek out help when you need it.
We know that here at Maryville,
we are never alone.
The spirit of Maryville flows through each person that steps foot on our campus.
Being a Saint is that feeling that Maryville University is your community.
That even when you're far away from home,
you are home.
We're on this journey together.
We are Maryville University.
One team, one family.
Comes a time where it's going to get harder and more difficult, but to never lose that focus of enjoying the game is so important. Leon Draisaitl from Cologne, Germany, Edmonton Oilers. For me, it started early. My dad played, so it ran in the family a little bit, and always wanted to play in the NHL. I'm an offensive guy that likes to generate and create chances and take big pride in the defensive side of things as well. I've got nothing but great things to say about Warrior, and huge fan of the consistency. It's a year after year for me personally, bring out the best product, and it's so simple and easy to work with Warrior. And on top of that, the service is incredible. Always things to learn, always things to grow, always the parts of the game to get better at, but all in all, you have to be a Warrior.
There's a whole lot of wonder in the little word, why. It's uncovering how things work, what things are. Why is endless. Why is ageless, and it's for everyone to explore. At the St. Louis Science Center, the wonder of why is why we exist. We create it inside our building and in our community. Why is where wonder begins, and the St. Louis Science Center brings it to life. Come visit.
Unforgettable moments can happen anytime, anywhere. When we sit down and have a meal, the simplest joys turn into magic. All it takes is good company, great food, and a nice cold Coca-Cola. That's a recipe for magic.
Get set for third period action between the Warriors and the Saints. Corey, it's hard to judge that second period because in terms of the style of play for both teams, it was an entertaining 20 minutes. But just the way that it swung completely back towards the Warriors in such a short amount of time is kind of a kick in the rear end for the Saints.
Oh, wow. Sorry about that.
Right in my ear.
Yeah, that was came out of nowhere. So, yeah, that was a strange about 3.5, 4 minutes of play there. We can just maybe throw that to the side. And the rest of the game, Maryville's played great. That couple bad bounces on both ends. And here we are.
So it was O'Brien to score at 11 minutes. Grostidier tied it up on a delayed penalty call at 16:28, and then less than a minute later, I believe it was Rakowski that gave him a 2-1 lead. We'll see if the Saints can answer here in the third period of regulation. Closing in on the 10 o'clock hour here. Warriors lose control of it. It's just kind of chopped towards the side of the goal. Gerwitz's shot was blocked as Gruthman got the trail skate onto it. Off the far side boards, Putnam takes a swing and is able to knock it away from Grostidier. She takes a spill. Putnam plays it up the wall. Poisson was spun around. Saints will clear and change. Off the near side wall. It's getting a little
crowded up here.
Friendly over here.
A little crowded. Uh-oh.
Into the zone comes Dawson. Chops it in towards the blue line. Kept alive by Ditto. Callhammer's trying to clear it out of the zone. Not going to give the play-by-play on what was going on here in the broadcast booth. But suffice to say, there's Maryville Program Director John Hogan is with us. He's got a little handsy. 18:25 left to go here in the third period. Shots are 22-14 in favor of the Midland Warriors. They have a one-goal lead as well. Not sure what was said there. Probably don't want to know. Coming around the cycle is Gerwitz. She slaps it towards goal again, and Stone was there in both instances.
It's always good when John joins you.
Especially if he's holding a clear plastic cup. Long shot in from Gerwitz, another save. Captain for the Saints looking a little bit exasperated as she shot it right into the goaltender. Grossman bumped into by Gillings, but the puck was still pushed away. O'Leary trying to take out Gross-Didier. Poole up through the middle, out of the reach of Martin. Back the other way, it's Shearer against O'Leary. O'Brien comes in, gets a piece of the puck, as does Kelsel. Saints trying to chop it back deeper into the zone. Poole tried to put it through the middle. No icing here. Gross-Didier catches up to it. With 17:28 left in the third. Kelsel took the player, not the puck, and it almost came loose for Tosh. She stick handles away in a little bit of space. She tries to get a shot off, and it trickles off the pad of Cadrain. Off the post this time. And then Cadrain is able to cover it up after a couple good chances there for Bryn Tosh.
Some excellent goaltending play tonight for both sides. Couple of those. This game could look a little different if those saves don't get made, though. Some of those saves were outstanding.
Length of the ice the other way. The goaltender had to come out as Poisson had a bit of a step. Brooks tried to chop it in behind the goal. Gerwitz from the blue line sidesteps the fallen Martin. Saints doing a good job of keeping it in the offensive zone, but clear possession isn't necessarily on their side. Johnson kicks at it. Hands it over to Brooks. She guides it in behind the net. Now here's Gerwitz as she fired a headhunter. It rose a little too much and went over the goaltender and the goal. Rutherford comes off the bench, puts it through the middle, but the stick of St. Louis was lifted. There's Tosh stick handling through three Maryville players, and then the back checking Rutherford takes control of the puck. Tried to spring St. Louis and instead ices it. 16:03 to go here in the period.
Well, that was an interesting ice call. You know, I think if you make a play on a player, it should be negated. However, here we are.
Icing has been kind of a pick-em here this evening. And a handful of good ones and some head scratchers as well.
That was just another good little subtle pick by Midland.
McGowan was trying to stretch it out. Brennan takes it over the blue line after she carried over the red. Callhammer peels off, goes off to the bench. Swing and a miss from Gillings. Bukowski comes in on the attack. McGowan is right on her through the crease. Nobody there on the back door. And here's Hayhurst. She put it wide after she struggled to find that initial handle. Otherwise, it's 3-1 if that one's cleanly on the tape first chance. These two teams will play each other again tomorrow evening. Puck drop scheduled right now for 5:15. Poole comes in on the near wing. Kelsel, the stick in the lane. Rothman takes the wrister. That got all the way through. Seeing eye shot. Hit Cadrain right in the M.
Maryville's doing what they can to stay in this game. Solid, keeping the pucks to the outside. It's still and getting those shots on goal.
Rothman with another wrister. Iverson on the block. Saints give it right back, though. The puck is on the blue line. That one did stay in. Grossman twists it back around. Grostidier. Content just to tie it up a little bit here. Poole comes over to help out from the half wall. A little bit strong on the puck there. Gerwitz was twisted around. Now the Saints come out, and they're going to say that's a hand pass.
Yeah, well.
Seemed like Brooks was the one to pass it to herself, but
yeah,
it's late.
I thought it bounced off the back of another player, so I thought that was good to go.
It's past these officials' bedtime.
It's past my bedtime, so.
Me too, actually. Being an adult is no fun. Cross-ice pass finds Maddie Johnson as she takes a wrister. Stick save over into the corner. Tried to fire one back out in front, but Brooks' pass was never really on the docket. Flanagan has it knocked away. Poisson goes back the other direction, but fires it in as the Saints rolling a change. 13:40 to go here in the period. Rutherford tried to send it in towards the middle. Credit to both teams' defenses, although the shot totals are about what you would expect. A lot of them have been from the perimeter. It has been a board battle all night long.
Yes, it has. This has been the longest board battle.
Finally picked off the near side wall. Warriors are going to ice it, though. Clock will stop with 12:53 to go here in the third period. So a little bit of a similar start to the third as we saw in the second. So we'll see whether or not the finish is as strong. Fired up through the middle. Kept away from Flanagan, so she just heads off on a change herself. O'Leary chasing down Shearer. Page stretches it out towards the near wing. Rakowski comes in, 1-on-3. Cooper is back, runs into trouble as Page got a touch onto that puck. Now Cooper comes up, getting slashed like heck through the middle. Now she is taken down. The referee just eyes it up, keeps the arm at the side. Fans here that cheering for Maryville are not happy at all with the man in the stripes. Grostidier from the circle. Puts a shot in, and that's blocked by Dawson. Where's the puck? Nobody knows. It's in between the legs of Grostidier and comes out towards the near side. Christensen takes a shot. Argyropoulos with the block. Trying to spring Sydney Poisson. She's in and all by herself, 1-on-3. She's trying to just tie it up. Being held a little bit along the wall. Saints have their full complement of players out there. Brooks in behind the net. Too far for Poisson. bouncer out towards the blue line. Johnson sweeps it back towards the circle. Again, the ideas are right there for Maryville, but the connection is not. Brooks taps it off the wall, looking for St. Louis. Flanagan comes back the other direction, as well as McGuire. Flanagan stick handles to the high slot. Shot was blocked by Kelsel. Pocket was picked of St. Louis. Puck comes here to the near side. Kerwitz tried to stretch it out to Rutherford. Been a little bit of a quiet season thus far, at least here on home ice for L. Rutherford, but not for lack of effort. McGowan tapped it up the wall. Warriors send it back down the other way. Blue line to blue line. Up through the middle again. Dawson stepped in front of it. Rakowski was right there. Shearer comes to Grothman off the wall. McGowan stepped into Mass. Took her to the ice. Mass taps it in. McGowan takes the puck. .25 left to go here in the third. Gillings from the far boards. Brennan had it knocked away by Martin.
A lot of nope.
Net was dislodged behind the play.
Some good back and forth so far. Nice steady pace.
Shots are 26-18. So both teams creating their chances. Gillings takes a spill, and this one is going to be called for a trip, so the Saints will have an opportunity to tie it up on the power play.
Huge opportunity for Maryville right here. They're playing a strong, outstanding game, quality period. So they've had some good opportunities this period too. So let's see what we can do here.
Kerwitz gets it. Pressure came quick. Kerwitz straight away, thought about stepping into one. Here's Passon, shoots! High to the glove side, may have nibbled off the trapper. Warriors are able to clear it out. Listed here with the penalty. Tripping was the call. Johnson skates herself into pressure, gets out with it. O'Leary sealed off by Shearer, and it's cleared down again. Rutherford comes up as it's steered to the near corner by Iverson. Walled off by Callhammer. Gillings comes over to help. Now there's going to be another penalty. Saints take the shot. That's blocked. St. Louis drops it. Callhammer with a shot. That's blocked as well. Finally, the Warriors touch it, and we are going to have 58 seconds of 5-on-3.
I know I just said it, but this is a huge opportunity for Maryville. I think in those positions, too, when the arm goes up, I know you have, offensive zone position there, but you kind of just get a quick shot and try to get as much time on that 5-on-3 as you can.
And I think initially that was kind of the idea, but the shot got blocked, and then they were just like, well, we don't want to just give it away, and then another shot got blocked. So, just kept taking time off the clock.
Yeah. Got to give Midland credit. Solid team. Getting in the lanes, blocking shots, too. See if we can get it back to number 2 and get a shot.
Johnson, Gerwitz, Iverson, Poisson, and O'Leary on this power play attack. Here's Gerwitz from the high slot. Poisson takes the shot. That's blocked. Warriors get to it. They clear it up, and it will leave the zone. 40 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Gerwitz skates it right back in. Gets a little bit of slash. Stick save made on the shot. Poisson finally gets the slow roller. Gerwitz straight away. There's a glove save.
O'Leary was open over there in the far side.
.128 left in the most recent power play. Warriors will clear it down again. 20 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Callhammer comes to Rutherford, but that's out of her reach. That's going to allow another clearance. Linesman helped out the Saints, initially anyway. They tried a back pass, and Dawson is going to have to retreat all the way now. Rutherford struggles on the stick handle, coming up on the end of the 5-on-3. Now it's a 5-on-4. Warriors clear it again. And you can just kind of feel momentum starting to slip away. Saints didn't have a ton of it, but you figured maybe with a 5-on-3 you get a couple of solid opportunities. They've run into pressure again through the neutral zone. Shorthanded look now for Rakowski, and a poke check by Gerwitz, and O'Leary was able to thwart that. Poisson looking for O'Leary. Iverson was there as well. It's eventually back for O'Leary as she skates in on the left wing. From the circle, peels back. Tried to hand it off to Johnson. A little miscommunication though. 17 seconds left on the power play. Saints flirting with going 0 for 3 and the man advantage. Here's Poisson. Straight away Gerwitz. A little bit of a rainbow shot and not enough traffic in front. 3 seconds left, so the only way to score on the power play now is to get a quick face-off win and an even faster shot. Flipped around the wall off the edge of the dashers. Ditto made a play on it, so there wouldn't have been icing. Didn't go across the amount of lines anyway. Cooper chops it back. Into the neutral zone. Putnam put it in, but there was a delayed offside. Argyropoulos leaves it for Brennan. Trying to keep it away from Ditto. Ditto blows a tire. A little over 5 minutes left to go here in the period. Saints allow Poole to come in. Shearer is right there at the blue line, but couldn't hold. Hayhurst will bring it right back in. She's trying to get on her horse. Tied up along the near side wall. Saints send it out on the far side. Warriors trying to catch Maryville on a line change. Rakowski shoots. That was going wide, but Cadrain will hold on.
Maryville's running out of time. 4 minutes and 37 seconds. They need to get a push going. Been strong on the dot tonight, too.
That's some big face-off wins. They just haven't been able to capitalize on them yet. Clawhammer gets the edge on Grossman. Rutherford gets the return pass from McGowan. Sends it back again. McGowan back to Rutherford in the corner. Sweeps it in behind for St. Louis this time as Lang is changing up the lines a little bit. Chance for Callhammer, and Stone was just too close and made the save.
Great opportunity from the point. Good shot, good traffic up front. Stone with another good save. Maryville's made a strong push the last couple minutes.
They're trying to bounce back from the disappointment of failing to achieve a goal on a 5-on-3. Christensen puts it up through the middle. Too far, though, for Flanagan. Saints will push it right back in. Christensen again. Now that's a high stick coming up. Referee finally just blows the play dead as the Warriors didn't want to touch it. Face-off going to happen in the zone on the near side. .326 now left to go here in the period.
Now shots are now 25-27.
Maryville's created a few chances. Can they find the equalizer in the dying minutes? Hops out of the zone. Iverson tried to sweep it right back in. McGuire dump and chase. Trying to get to it herself. She's in a wrestling match with McGowan. Flanagan slapped it around the boards. McGowan and Iverson both there. Dawson now on the far corner.
I wonder when the goalie's going to start cheating here.
That's always the question, especially when goal differential unfortunately comes into play. We've seen other teams not pull the goaltender for the very reason. Rostidier comes up through the middle and then shuffles one in towards the goal. Gerwitz steers her aside, but they do gain an offensive zone faceoff.
Yeah, Maryville's been pretty solid on the dot tonight, so really need a win here and strong breakout.
Over towards the near side. Page trying to lift the stick and drag it out of the corner, as is Rutherford. And Putnam throws a little bit of a hip check into Hayhurst. St. Louis gets it up to the blue line, but no further. Second attempt. Saints get it to the opposing blue line. St. Louis comes in on the attack. Saints trail by 1 with 1:35 to go in the third. Right now, Cadrain is about as deep in her net as she can get. Gerwitz just outside the slot, shoots wide of the glove side. Now Cadrain was about to go off, and Coach Lang says no, they were about to lose possession. Brooks has her legs taken out. Over into the far corner. We play the waiting game on the goaltender situation. 60 seconds left. Brooks gave it away. Cadrain can't come again. Saints unable to fully realize the situation. If nothing else, you need to get one in on goal. That one is a juicy rebound. Unfortunately, nobody there for the Saints. Net is empty now. 35 seconds. Puck into the neutral zone. McGowan Just blindly plays it up the wall. Back and forth it goes as it ping-pongs in between some skates. 22 seconds. O'Leary in control of it. Off the skates of Callhammer. She'll flop one towards goal, trying to get a face-off. A little slow on the whistle, but 13.2 seconds left in the third, and the Saints will take it here on the near side.
Well, Todd, all in all, pretty well-rounded, all-around game by Maryville. 13 seconds left.
The timeout has been taken as Tommy Lang wanting to talk things over, as well as Jason White with his team. And we kind of made the point going into the second intermission. It's been an intensely close game, and really, other than that, I guess you'd call it a 2-minute span. The Saints have either been right, even par with Midland, or even in stretches the better team. But the scoreline reflects a little bit of the opposite.
Yeah, it's been a strong showing for Maryville. 13 seconds left. You know, miracles happen. But other than that, it's been a quality game for Maryville.
So we'll see whether or not whatever they drew up on the whiteboard comes to fruition for the Saints. They're going to send out 6 attackers directly on this face-off. Brooks, Gerwitz, Rutherford, Poisson, Johnson, and Dawson out on the ice. Got to win the draw, though. Rutherford has it swept away, but the Saints trying to dig it out of the corner. 8 seconds left. Nobody's really out in front, so that's basically going to do it. Warriors are going to hold on here. There's a little bit of a scramble towards the side of the net, some extracurricular activity after the buzzer, but they will separate, and they will do it all over again tomorrow evening. We'll see whether or not that one turns out as hotly contested as this one did. Final shots, 28 in favor of Midland, 26 for your Saints. It was just as close in terms of the goals as it was a 2-1 final. We'll step aside just for a brief moment. When we come back, we'll talk things over in our post-game show. This is Mary.
Red Brick Roofing, wherever you live, from Bridgeton to Baldwin, Brentwood to Kirkwood, St. Anne to St. Charles, wherever you live. Hazelwood to Maplewood, the name you know. Red Brick Roofing, wherever you go. For a hole in your roof or a whole new roof. Red Brick Roofing.
St. Louis, 314-645-2000.
Red Brick Roofing, wherever.
And welcome back to the Maryville Saints Hockey Network. Not that you ever left. I don't know what's going on. It's late. The final here, the Midland Warriors take this one 2-1. But we said it several times, Corey, during the broadcast. You're disappointed in the loss. They wanted to get a win. They wanted to get their first win over the Midland Warriors. But you feel that it's coming. They're right there. They're with them every stride of the way. It's just those few little moments that happen here or there that the Warriors were able to take advantage of, and the Saints were not.
Yeah, unhappy with the scoreboard, but you're happy with the result of the game. Maryville played a great game. They giving up 2 goals in a 2-minute span. Other than that, it was a perfect game. So, you can't win them all, but this one hurts a little bit. You thought you had it there. You got some momentum, and then you had that weird 2 minutes and a couple bounces, and it's 2-1, and can't get one back on the board.
And you start to feel sorry, or at least I do, coming from that background for the goaltenders. Whether it's on the men's side, you got Ed Coffey, who hasn't had a whole lot of luck. Caitlin Cadrain, again here tonight, plays an excellent game, stopping a lot of high-quality chances. Now, the defense for Maryville did a good job keeping a lot out to the perimeter, but there were a few flurries in and around the crease that Caitlin Cadrain came up with some big stops, especially late in the first period. And unfortunately for her, she just doesn't get the goal support.
Yeah, she stood on her head. It could have been 5-1 there a couple of times. She stood on her head, had a couple breakaways, that's 2-on-1 odds and 2-on-1s, and she did everything she could to keep Maryville in the game. So hats off to her.
So a short turnaround, not even a full 24 hours from puck drop to puck drop, as they will play again tomorrow evening at 5:15. If you're Coach Lang, what do you do to get the players to kind of rallied, not be too disappointed in the result, and focus on tomorrow?
Yeah, I don't think you have really anything to be disappointed about in the locker room, really. 2-1 against a team like this that's on a now 10-game win streak. You just tip your hat and come back tomorrow, and you fight a little harder, and you lean forward a little bit and lean into it and see what happens. I don't think it's just one of those games. It's can't win them all. Tough one. And the goaltender though. I mean, when you have a goaltender like that, you have tomorrow's a good opportunity.
So short rest for both of these teams, but no time to worry about tonight's result either, so that way it could work out in the Saints' favor. That'll wrap it up for our broadcast here tonight. Once again, the final is 2-1 in favor of the Warriors. We'll do it all over again tomorrow night right here on the Maryville Saints Hockey Network. Puck drop at 5:15 local time. For everybody, for Eric Skelton, he's Corey Madden. I've been Todd Panula. Have a great night, Saints fans.